Oh, hello. We do have people on. I was worried that I'd set it to unlisted, but I will triple check everything. Yeah. Hi, Michelle. How you going? Welcome. Today I'm just going to start talking because if people want to watch the replay, then they just like to sit and watch rather than the silence. Because I know when I jump on lives, I get frustrated by people going, "Let's see who's here." I'm happy to do it if it's a general chat, but I need to get some things done. So today I'm going to make some chocolate brownies, which I have made before because it was my daughter's birthday on Wednesday, and I ran out of time to do them because I'm a hopeless parent. And I'm gonna finish off the apples and make like a little apple crumble because I found in the cupboard a pastry flan and there's probably not many apples, so by the time that goes in here, that will work really well. And then I'll see what else we have time for. I'm going to be uploading a different video with a few other goodies that I found, and then yeah, that'll be a different video because I'm finding that my lives get views when people are on, but they're not sort of getting views afterwards. A couple of people will watch the replay. And I'm trying to work out how to do like a Friday night live because more people are available then and they want to often just sit and chat and ask questions about frugality, which is cool. I'm happy to do it. I just think that probably people like to watch the cooking if it's just me doing like a straight cooking thing. Like my pantry videos at the moment are doing really well because it's just me, here's what we're having for dinner and here's how we overcame this thing. And I love doing lives, so I'm happy to do the everyday baking things that we need to get through the week anyway. I'll probably need to make some more cookies as well. So some things are just the standard on repeat because they're the things that we like. Good life. Oh, okay. Gonna test my memory what your name is. I can remember last week. I can remember you were on. I'm thinking. I want to say Michelle. It's not Michelle. It's not Michelle. Michelle's already here. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T. Oh no, you'll have to help me out. I forgot what your name is, and I know that I was like, I'm gonna remember that. Debbie. A B C D passed it. Oh, welcome, Debbie. I should remember that because my mum goes to bingo with a lady called Debbie. Oh, my mum. It's not funny. So, we were food. It's not funny. We were food shopping yesterday, and she bent over to get the demineralized water because she has a CPAP machine, and she has the demineralized water that's $2 from Coles. And she bent over bottom shelf to pick up a bottle, and part of her back went and like right that lumbar right in the middle, and so she was like walking a bit like this, and I was like, I think you better go to the car and sit down. And she said, oh, I think I'll be all right if I could just sit here. So she sat, you know, where the checkouts are, and she sat there while I like scanned the groceries. Then she couldn't sit there much longer because it was a metal bench. And so I said, you can go sit in the car. I can pay for your groceries and sort it out later. And that's not a problem. But she's having trouble doing everything at the moment. So I texted her this morning I don't ring her because when I ring her, she will like panic and fly to the phone. Because you know we've all been on high alert for the past 2 years every time that phone rings. And so I will text her, and she pretty much sits in the chair with her phone anyway. Did we get out of bed this morning, love? How did we go? She's like, it took me a while, but I'm going to bingo. I was like, good luck. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. Because, like, and I've had really bad sciatica before. I've ended up in hospital with it. And oh my gosh, I swear, I think they thought I was drug seeking because I just kept laughing because I was just that uncomfortable. And when they do, when I was in hospital, I asked for an MRI so I could see if I had a ruptured disc or something. And they were like, oh, we tend not to do it unless like you're having bowel issues. And I was like, oh, I'm not. And they put their finger up your bum to check for your reflexes. That's really good, you know, like a 40-year-old woman and you've got like a 20-year-old going, I just need to check. I think, thank goodness you're not looking at me when you do it, like I'm rolled over, I can't see you. But also they make you lie down flat on the bed and they lift your legs one by one. And of course I couldn't lift my left leg very well. And then I was in the middle of Zumba today and I felt a little ping in my back. And I thought, oh my gosh, don't tell me my back's going. That's karma for laughing at my mum yesterday. But my mum was being really funny. She was like, ooh, I've hurt myself. Ooh, and started laughing as well. So I just thought she was being stupid. And then I think with sciatica, the worst pain, there's a radiating pain that goes like in your bottom and then down the back of your leg and behind the knee. So I don't know if any of you have had that before, but it is frustrating. I just realised you probably can't see what I'm doing. Now you can probably see too much of what I'm doing. Deb, 2 herniated discs. Oh, yes. This basket is really amazing. I need a saucepan. Well, that's why I asked for an MRI, because I was like, is there a way I could get like a base level? But if he was like, we think you're fine, I was like, okay then. The worst thing was, I remember it ever so clearly. My back had been hurting all day and I was having a little bit of leg pain, and my son at the time was doing some ice hockey things. And I'm at the ice arena and I'm like leaning on stuff. I'm like doing that squat thing with your leg and stretching and then sitting on a chair and trying to stretch. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I got home and I took some anti-inflammatories and I went to bed for about an hour or so, and I'm in bed and I'm stretching and I just couldn't take it anymore. And I thought, I don't know what time hubby's getting home from work and he doesn't own a mobile phone to call him, and I could send him a message on the computer, but I didn't want to bother him. And the children are old enough to be here on their own. It was about 8 years ago. So I ended up calling an ambulance. And I just said, look, I've got sciatica, I've got really bad back pain at the moment, and I think I need to go to hospital, I just can't drive. And they're like, no worries. And then they were trying to figure out which hospital to take me to because everyone was ramping. And then they asked me my opinion. I could go to each hospital and what the benefits were that they felt. So I ended up going to Nalunga, which was a fair drive away, and I got straight in though, at least at Nalunga, and then I got seen pretty much straight away. And there was hardly any patients in there, so it was really, really good. And then they sent me home at like 1 o'clock in the morning or something. So they gave me some endone, and there was a nurse there. He was so good. He gave me a heat pack. He kept coming in with me heat packs. And he's like, we've all been there. And I was like, oh my gosh, because I also said, oh, I'm an ex-nurse. He's like, yep. So as soon as I said that, I feel like I got a little bit of good treatment. But also when I was saying my back's killing me. And then I had my phone with me and the doctor had said something. And I said, I'm a Zumba instructor. And I pulled up my page. And I was like, look, I need to physically work. And he's like, oh, I don't know if they thought I was drug seeking or what it was. But as soon as I sort of said that, like I got a little bit quicker action. And then yeah, they dosed me up on endone, and then they sent me home, and they were like, you can stay here if you want, or you can go home. And I was like, oh, I'll go home. So they're like, okay. And I think they didn't, that's right, they didn't give me anything to go home. They just gave me the meds and then sent me home and said take some like Panadine 4 or something. And then I was back in there on Good Friday, and I told hubby he had to drive me down. I said to hubby, just go in there and say to them, give them this piece of paper, because it was my discharge form, and say to them, you get bounce back. You're in the car, you need a wheelchair. And the nurse just like came out straight away. I got whipped in immediately, and again checked out because they were worried I'd had a ruptured disc, and I was okay. But again, dosed me up on endone and then gave me endone and sent me home. I was off with the planet. Oh, cinnamon sugar, no, ground cinnamon. So, like, I cannot fault that hospital. Like they were on it. I'm just going to put a little bit of water in this, a little bit of sugar, and then I'm going to just put it on the stove to simmer for about 10-15 minutes. So hang on 1 minute. Oh, whoops, probably put a bit too much water. Oh well. Actually, I'm just going to give this a stir, come back and talk to you. It is painful. It's just, oh. And it's funny, not funny, because they're like, go home and rest, but don't lie down. Like, sort of stay in a semi-sitting upright position. But yeah, we don't recommend lying down because it can put more pressure on your back. And one of the stretches we do with Zumba, maybe a little bit, like we're doing a stretch like this, and I'll do arms up like a yoga thing, because apparently that helps open your back. So I made sure I'll do it every class, but I sort of just held it for a bit longer today because I thought my back started really niggling, and I thought if I don't get on it now, I'm going to be in trouble. Let me just put this on the stove. Okay. Messy bench. Okay, let's make the apple crumble. Probably not going to be enough. give it a go. So I've done about half a cup of plain flour and about half a cup of white sugar. I need some more butter. Hello to whoever's watching, not watching. I don't like the look of that. It's probably pretty old. I think that's enough apple, a little bit left over for Kira. I might just get a tray so I don't make as much mess. So she has made a mess everywhere. Yeah, I made too much filling. Oh well. Someone will be happy. And that's going to go into the oven for about 20 minutes. So we've just got everything in the oven baking right now. I've got chocolate brownies. There's an apple turnover, done stewed apples, and I was going to make some jelly. Let's do some jelly. We've got another little bit of time. Just going to reuse this bowl. I just put the kettle on I'm actually going to use this bowl. Easier to pour. And this ingredient says, for contents in bowl, 250 of boiling water, stir and add 200 ml of cold water. They're all so different with their instructions. Why do kettles take so long to boil? Hello again. People are just jumping on, jumping off. I don't know whether my connection's dropped in or out, so I'll have to have a look at that later. I have chosen to go on my own paid Wi-Fi, so hopefully it's a little bit stronger rather than doing the house Wi-Fi. I'm just going to get these jellies made. I don't think I'm going to do boiling water. I think I'm going to stop because it just needs to dissolve it pretty quickly. And I think I'll do a measure. Whoops. Oh no, was it 200 or 250 boiling water? 250. There we go. Alright, that's pretty much dissolved. And then 200 ml of cold water. Whoops, 230. Can't take any out. Alright, they can let sit and cool here, and then we'll put them in the fridge to let them set. So I might go if no one is here chatting or asking any questions, because I've pretty much done everything I plan to do. If you're watching the replay, let me know if you prefer like a one-on-one evening to sit there and chat to you, because that would really be helpful for me. I'm happy to do the baking and stuff that I usually need to do for those that want to jump online, but for those, if it's an evening thing, it might be a bit easier. So could even do two. Let me know. Alright, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate you. And as per usual, I'll put some pictures up of the finished products when they come out of the oven. So I'll see you next time. Bye.